Melting the butter into the oatmeal is so important. This video is in sideways mode instead of whatever the tall one is. Portrait, I think. Do a stir test to get that margarine really in there. As you can see, your goof ups do still last. Also, it's not the most effective way to get the margarine in there. You just want to do some little bit of actual stirring as well, not just spinning the bowl around. Although that did get rid of most of it. Probably like flung into the air, and now all the bugs are getting some really good margarine tastes. And then you could call this done if you want to be a loser. Or you can steal hot syrup that you've had in your dorm since the beginning of the semester that you technically took from your roommate. I called it hot syrup instead of hot cake syrup. It's maple syrup. It's not even maple syrup, it's just syrup. It's caramel colored. Wow, Wick Monald's. Really cool, tiny restaurant. I don't know the story of how the roommate got this. However, it's mine now. Sorry, Brianna. You want this, you should have eaten it in the first, 4 months we were here. You don't want to go overboard on it, like I just did. Just accept that you're gonna have a little bit of a syrupy taste now. And what goes great with with syrup, like apples and cinnamon and margarine. Do a spin test, because it's the easiest way to do this with one hand. Also, it kind of looks cool, not gonna lie. Looks like a giant sugar cookie. Except it's not. It's oatmeal. Prepackaged oatmeal. You spent money on at the beginning of the school year. Now then you're left to do with what to do with this ridiculous amount of syrup. You thought you'd use more of it, maybe. And now there's a whole container of syrup, basically. Open. You could embrace the dangers of death. Or you could add it to your hideaway pile. No one will ever see it. Your roommate won't know where it went. Make it into a lovely drink. Pour it onto your butter. It's not butter, it's margarine. That's not an option. Make a lovely hat for your cups. Cause potential death later. Or just stare at it, hoping it'll go away. Hoping that maybe the world will give you a curve on this maple syrup, like your professor will give you on your essay. I don't have an essay. That was last year. I don't have an essay, I just have tests. I've had it in my head I have an essay all week. Huh. Just stare longingly at the syrup, questioning what could have been. As you ask your roommate what to do with it, what do I do with the syrup? And get a shrug in response. So you just decide, fuck it. Waste not, want not, waste not, want not, that's my philosophy. It's not very useful in terms of a philosophy. It kind of just pretends that all your problems will be fixed if you use everything at hand. I think that's as much syrup as I'm going to get out of it. I think I did a pretty good job. And I'll just put it on the margarine as a little hat. And get a, what is that reflection? I think it's a reflection of my blinds. That's neat. So now you have just a pool of probably more syrup than there is oatmeal. And so you're just kind of gonna real stir it, because if you spin stir it, it'll definitely get everywhere. That is straight up liquid. Well, I guess this is not going to become breakfast, but a snack, because that's the safest way for me to consume it. Now you might be thinking, shouldn't you add like something sweet to it? If you're thinking that, you're crazy considering how much syrup I just put in it. Like, did you see that? That's like, does it say an amount of syrup? That's 1.5 fluid ounces, or 44.3 milliliters. In comparison, the liquid that I put in for the actual oatmeal was like barely 4 times that. So this thing is almost, if I'm doing my math right, this thing is almost a 25% syrup. Now let's say I did want to add syrup though. Maybe I didn't like the taste of apples and cinnamon, and I wanted to get rid of the beautiful flavor and perfection that it is. Maybe I'd add some... Ooh, you know what?